which is the 9th. But then the following 2 weeks, I won't be available. I'm going home to Ontario and I'm actually flying out on the 16th.
Okay.
Um, and then the 23rd is right.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining the Shadowfell. We will begin shortly with our recap. Stay tuned.
Last session, session 24, entitled "There Can Only Be One." We were fighting ourselves, but it seems like we weathered the storm for the moment. Adriel deleted fake Lunara and fake Adriel from existence with a single fireball. Wei is healed and then knocked straight back down again. Adriel again fireballs and takes fake Wei out the fight, leading us in a 3-on-1 against fake Magnus. Wei's finally able to get back into the fight and punches fake Magnus into the ground. We use our potions to take a long rest post-fight. We get up to the statue at the top of the stairs, where there is a bronze fist. Wei goes to investigate, but is grabbed as it animates. Trying to kill the fist causes Wei to take crushing damage, but we're able to extricate him from its grasp thanks to a scroll of Vortex Warp. Lunara's scrolls come in clutch again. We are able to pummel it to death due to its weakness to lightning damage. Behind the statue is a chair. On our approach, it summons a programmed illusion of Amun-Re. It invites us through to the next room for a final test of our worth. Wei is becoming increasingly done with this shit. Due to the door to the next room is impressive but untrapped. The final room contains a 10-foot column of water thundering down from the ceiling into a small pool in the center. In front of the pool is an inscription of a question mark. Adriel activates activates a water elemental thing within the column of water, but is unable to answer the first question to its satisfaction. What is your name? This caused a lot of amusement. Lenara tries and is able to answer all of the questions, but for some reason her hands are unable to activate the water elevator that the column seems to become. In the next room, Lunara finds a book, the Librum of Ineffable Damnation. It looks like a very powerful book and will take Lunara the best part of the week to fully read. Lunara deposits it in the bag of holding. In the chamber of the hallway, we find a bed floating in a pool of water. Lunara is bemused by the waterbed and the lack of magic in the bedroom. No wonder Amun-Re fell out of favour with his people. At the other end of the hallway is clearly a holding cell area. To the north is some kind of cave-in. It seems to have a tunnel heading down and to the north. We send Quoth to investigate, and he finds a goblin. Quoth follows the goblin to the north and discovers they have a little camp. The leader throws a javelin at Quoth, but is unable to do any real damage. We decide to take a trip through the tunnel to take a better look at the goblin leader's crown. Adriel leads the way and talks to the goblins. Their ruler's name is Pinkbottom. Apparently, he's the ruler of all goblins and not afraid of any gods. In the corner of their camp is a canopic jar. It's inside a glass chamber with a wooden base. We distract the goblins with wine and take the heart of Amun-Re into Lunara's bag of holding. We head back to the Pillar of Water, and Adriel's able to activate it. We decide to make use of the pillar to see the next level. We find a new area. The plaque in the next room reads, "Let him who knows our gods speak his name," in Synodician. We try a few names of deities and decide it's an inscription without any real mechanism. There's a sailboat in the corner of the room with a load of jars on its surface. On the opposite wall is a mural depicting the same boat. Inside the jars is the equivalent of about 500 platinum pieces. Lunara reaches the painting to try and touch the gemstone on the bow of the boat and discovers that it is a long way away, easily 500 feet. Adriel and Wei try and pick up the boat, and discover the one in the room and discover it's ridiculously light and floats on air. Thanks to Magnus's understanding of land vehicles, we're able to fix the boat and use it to float into the painting. We're able to float up to the boat that was in the painting and dock at it. Wei removes the star gem from the boat, and it is the star gem of Mopalar. We use the star gem to open the door to the next room and find the true tomb of Amun-Re. On the wall is an inscription describing how Amun-Re can return to the tomb. We put the star gem into the hands of the sarcophagus, and it opens, revealing Amun-Re's mummy. The mummy is immune to damage until Lunara runs back to the boat room and tosses the jar through the painting. Once the jar is destroyed, we're able to actually damage him and nuke him down quite quickly. Once the mummy's dead, we see the ghost of Amun-Re released into the afterlife, into the grasp of a ominous claw. I don't know why that... An ominous, thank you, claw. We end the session there and level up.
Awesome.
Excuse
Thank
me
you.
fixing typos live.
I appreciate your notes very, very much.
Thank you.
Any questions about anything that happened last week? Last time?
I'd love to find out eventually why Lunara couldn't activate the elemental elevator, but happy to wait until later in the campaign for that. Otherwise, all good.
Okay, so I don't think I ever moved you guys off this page. So
No,
here we
we
are
live here.
in the tomb. We live here now.
Yeah.
And there was a staff that was in
Yeah, I picked it up off the
coffin, right?
Coffin, yeah.
And I don't think I gave you guys. I just noticed. I don't think I actually gave it to you guys. Oh, I gave it to you guys, but it requires attunement.
Yeah.
So you hadn't figured out what it was. That's why you don't have the character sheet. The character sheet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm very tired. I'm going to make a lot of like
A-okay.
ridiculous mistakes. So just
that is A-okay. No problem at all.
Thanks, Finn. I declare the right to retcon any and all of this session.
Yeah. I can always look at the staff with detect magic and see, how it looks. I mean, obviously it's attunement, so it's going to be magical.
I was just gonna focus on it for an hour and see what it does.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Are you guys taking a rest here? Is that kind of the deal?
I think this is a good place for a breather, yeah.
Okay.
Assuming
Take a breather.
Assuming nothing else is happening, yeah.
Everyone's level 7, by the way, right?
Yes.
And Adriel, you take your time with the staff. And that is what you see.
+1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. While holding it, you gain +1 bonus +2 attack and damage rolls. So is that +1 twice? Oh, I see. It's +1 to normal attack and damage rolls and spell attack rolls. Copy. Okay.
Yeah.
Flying creature uses 30 feet, makes attack roll against you. Use your action to hold staff off because of fire of light. Attack has disadvantage on the attack roll, must succeed. Con save will be blinded. Okay.
It's basically just Gandalf's staff.
You shall not pass on this item. That's pretty sweet.
I like it. I mean, if anyone has no objections, I would like to keep it.
I mean, yeah, it's good for either of us, to be honest. I mean, I've only got two attuned items presently. Happy for you to have it unless something else comes up.
Okay.
It would be really good for my Eldritch Blast strategy in future, but like happy for you to have it for the moment.
All right. Cool.
To your character sheet. And you could all take yourselves a short rest. I think we're
fully
in pretty good
refreshed
shape.
after ending.
Yeah. And with that, you guys have done what you have come here to do. You got the gemstone of Amun-Re, and you now have to. There was some talk about taking the boat back out the painting, so that you could use it on your travels. There was also the potential of going sort of back through the gauntlet and everything, kind of backwards. You don't anticipate there being too much of a problem, and heading out the way you came. Or obviously exploring more if there's anything you feel you missed. So as the party takes their short rest, you guys discuss your plans and let me know what you want to do.
I feel like using the boat would be fun. Like, get out of here via that and use it for transport for a little bit. Like, do I get an idea? Is there a how long do I think it would last taken out of here? Is it something that's just going to be fine, or is it something that's going to eventually just leave us with a boat that can't do anything anymore?
A boat in a desert. How handy.
That'd be a fun puzzle for someone else to find later on.
You feel like this is probably going to last for a long time. You don't see any reason why the magic would dissipate.
Okay, then yeah, I mean that would give us a good fun way of traveling. We could, put two of us in the boat, two of us in the cart.
I'll have to cast the spell magic.
I have dispel magic. I am not dispelling that boat.
Counterpoint is we could go back through this dungeon, for lack of a better word, because theoretically all that foggy dust crap in that one area is gone. So we could fully explore that area.
Has it gone?
I mean, if the curse is lifted.
I mean, we've also got the worry that the Minotaurs aren't exactly going to be happy to see us.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
Magnus
kind of wants to get back to civilization and get some more smokes because he's out. So
yeah, we can't bribe them with smokes anymore. Like even if the fog hadn't gone, I've got the spell magic now, so I could potentially take that out. But like, yeah, I don't massively want to go back into that maze if I can avoid it. That sounds bad.
All right, boat back to town then.
Yeah. Well, back to, like, do we have anything we need to raise with the people at the temple now, or should we just leave?
We have to go deal with their, got to make sure they got their water and crap back, don't we?
See if anything's changed outside, I guess, as a result of our actions here.
Plus, then Adriel can go back and play God some more.
Yeah.
All right, so the plan is to take the boat down to just outside or to the city, so that you guys can speak with the people here, check on the water, and see if you have lifted the curse.
Yep.
Okay. You do so. You hop in the boat. You're getting pretty good at maneuvering it at this point. And you all hop in and push it out the painting. You kind of go around all those pillars.
Hmm.
And you find yourselves back here. Back at the Temple of Amun-Re, you kind of, at this point, you're figuring out how to maneuver the boat. I did make you do checks last time, but I think you've got enough of a grasp on it now that you can maneuver the boat not only sort of around, but also at different elevations, and you figure out how to get it so that you can kind of land safely. And if you recall, this temple has like a little bit of a city path with houses and things. There's like a ruins, and there's some people living there just at the front of it as well. And so you're everyone sort of stops and watches you as you descend in this sort of strange magical floating boat. It's not something you see every day, and even in a world full of magic, this is pretty unusual. So people kind of stop and they point and they look at you, and you hear the name Gorm being whispered as Adriel is seen to be flying in this magical boat.
Oh, the ultimate ego stroke.
I feel like I've created a
I
monster.
just stand proud.
I'm just picturing him pulling like a Napoleon at the front of the boat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do.
one leg up on the prow.
Captain
I'm
Morgan
gonna
pose.
get
Yeah.
not that far, but just standing straight.
Okay. Yeah. So you by the time you guys make it down to the ground, you've drawn a fair crowd of worshippers of Gorm, and people are sort of standing around, and they're cheering as you guys come and land. And what you see is that the waters are indeed flowing again in this place. The curse is lifted, and there's this burbling, the great fountain that was outside of the temple is now full and it's flowing, and the water is starting to flow down that channel. And right now it's kind of grimy as it's brushing away the dust and the sand of all these years of disuse. But you can see that just as you're watching, the water is getting clearer and clearer, and people are putting their hands in the water. They're touching it like they can't believe that it's happening, and they're cheering and they're waving things as you guys descend. And when you finally land, people are bowing. Gorm, you have done it! You have done it! You have saved the waters has returned, and everyone's very happy.
Sure, Gorm did that, definitely.
Magnus just goes right up to the fountain and just dunks his whole head into the fountain.
Okay, you're not alone, Magnus. Lots of people are sort of splashing around in this. And you dunk your head in. It doesn't have the same healing properties that the water has inside of the temple, but it sure feels good.
I was gonna say, is it at least cooler than the ambient temperature? Because, for a guy who lives in the desert, he doesn't love it.
It is. It's quite. It's quite cool when it comes out of the fountain. It seems to be coming from somewhere else that is possibly below ground or something like that, and it's quite cool and very pleasant.
Nice.
Oh, that song makes me laugh so hard. Yeah, and so as people are sort of celebrating you guys, all of a sudden there's something happening at the temple steps, and you see none other than the high priest coming down the stairs, and he walks towards you, Adriel, and when he gets to be sort of within a few feet of you, he drops to his knees and he does that like whole body bow where like he's on his knees and he bows forward with his forehead touching his hands.
Groveling?
Yes. And he says, "Forgive me, Great Gorm. I had doubts that you were who you said, but now you have restored our waters, and I know it is true. You are here."
I rise. I say to him.
He does so, but he sort of is looking down. He can't seem to quite meet your eyes.
I was not ready for that. I just say, my friends and I have brought water to you.
Yes, Great Gorm. You have taken pity upon your people. You have shown us mercy, and you have brought water back to this land and lifted the curse that has lain upon it for so long.
All I ask is spread the word of Gorm to all those in need.
I have dedicated my life to doing so, and I will continue, my lord.
Right. Now go, enjoy the waters.
And he sort of goes off and says, "We will enjoy the waters today and tonight, a great feast in Gorm's honor. We shall henceforth call this day the Day of the Waters." And they start planning a party.
I look at the rest of the group and I like put my hands up like, yeah, party.
Oh dear.
Do these monks strike Magnus as the kind who partake in alcoholic beverages or the boring kind?
I think Gorm's followers are pretty rough and ready, so I think they would probably partake.
Are we sticking around for the party then? Because like Magnus is on board.
I feel like the group can use it, right?
I mean, yeah, it's only the world being consumed by a horrible evil monster
Yeah.
that you guys released, but you know, what's one night, right?
I mean, I give the gesture like I was gonna stick around for the party because it's kind of in his name.
You're the guest of honor.
Yeah.
It has to.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess we can stick around. I don't plan on joining said party, but we can stick around, I guess.
All right.
Hey, so you guys stick around during the day, and that evening towards dinner time, you can see that animals are being slaughtered and put on sticks to be roasted over fires, and you know they're cooking up all the food, and the alcohol starts to come out, and decorations are being flung together, and you know, lots of everyone sort of gathers around the fountain. Seems to be sort of like the central point where everyone is gathering. People are all day. People are sort of running in and out of the water. They can't seem to get enough of it or get over it. It's they've probably never seen running water quite like this before, and it's a huge deal. And the water is, you can see the aqueducts are still flowing, and people are starting to make repairs on some of them as well. Obviously, it's been 1,000 years since these waters have flowed.
Flown.
And
Flow, same thing.
Yeah, close
Flew.
enough.
and so, you know, there's been some structural damage. So they're starting to do some repairs to help the water go where it needs to go, and it'll be interesting to see how this changes the landscape of the desert over the next while.
Is there kids in this town, or is it all pretty much adults?
There would be children here, yes. Probably not a whole lot. But there are some young children. It's
Magnus
a
is-
lot of followers. There's not really families so much.
Okay. Magnus would spend part of the day making little boats out of like some of the rougher grasses in the area and floating them in the
Cool.
fountain with the kids.
Awesome. Yeah, the kids are just, I mean, they've never seen anything like water before, and now there's things that float on top of water. What is this madness? They have a grand old time. They absolutely love it.
Oh, you could combine your love of the chariot racing with these boats and get them to start, betting bunny quotes on the little boat races.
Oh, don't get him going down that road because he will start a whole thing and then find ways to cheat.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
So as the feast is occurring, Lunara, Quoth comes and sits on your shoulder and sort of gives you a tap and sort of directs your attention over to the east. And you can see, you can barely make it out at first, but there's something in the sand to the east, and it's moving towards you. And as you watch, it grows larger and larger, and you recognize the shape. It is, I can't say his name, Calicatharis.
Oh dear, Catharis, whatever his name was.
Yes.
Fuck.
Bad dude.
I would get, I would, once I've got like Quoth to confirm it, like once I've got him to fly a little closer to confirm it, I would literally just run to one of the party and be like, we have a problem. We need to get people out of here.
Sorry, who are you saying that to? To the group?
I think, whoever's the nearest to me.
I feel like I
whoever's
would
the
be
first one I
more in
find
the
to-
crowd, so I wouldn't be right next to
Yeah.
him. Yeah, I would be in the crowd.
No,
of
probably
people.
to like, probably to like Way or Magnus. Whichever one of them. Probably Way, I guess.
Yeah, I'm too busy touching people's hands and saying blesses to people.
The Pope out. Being the Pope out here.
I think we need to get people inside, like into whatever cover we can get.
Why?
Calatharis? I'd kind of point off in the distance. Like, I know it's dark. Use your spyglass.
Oh, yeah, the spyglass.
I'll do all that. I'll take it out.
And
I'll take a peek. Do I actually see him from this distance?
You do.
You'd probably see like a massive shadow, like blocking out the stars, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a bit of trouble, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sending Quoth over to Adriel with a message from me, basically get people inside. Urgent.
And so when I hear that message, I kind of look over to see the problem, and I immediately say, "People, listen, everyone, run to safety. Do not worry, you'll be safe. Just hide."
Do you tell them like anywhere in particular to go, or are you just saying like run to safety?
The temple?
Temple, I guess.
Yeah, run to the temple.
Okay, at your command, people start flocking to the temple. Can you please give me a charisma check? You may have advantage on this. And I just want to see how well you are able to curtail their panic as they see this creature arriving.
17.
Nice. So you're able to keep people fairly calm. No one is trampled, and they move quickly and efficiently into the temple, confident that their god will save them from this creature that is approaching.
I'm glad they're confident because I've got no fucking clue how we fight this thing.
I know. I'm like trying to look confident. Like, yes, come on.
It's gonna be fine.
No idea what I'm gonna do. Looking at the other group. Yeah, looking at my other group members. Like, what do I do?
There were 2 temples kind of thing here, right?
Yeah, so there's sort of like the main temple, and then there's the tomb in behind it.
Should we have maybe sent them to the tomb? Because like my fear is that this thing's going to go towards the first structure it sees to destroy. Unless
Okay,
we can
yeah, maybe the
distract it and make
tomb-
it go somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe the tomb was more worthwhile. It's a bit more out of the way.
I just don't know if they can
Um,
make it there in time, kind of thing. I
yeah.
don't
I mean, how
really
many
have a
people
good.
are we talking about?
There's a decent number. We're probably talking like around 100.
Okay. I mean, they would fit in either or.
Yep, they would fit in both.
Yeah.
Send them to the tomb. I think it'll be a little bit more, bit more like sheltered, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll do that. Let's see. Everyone to the tomb.
Maybe while
Okay.
one of us gets them to the tomb, the rest of us can come up with a way of distracting this thing or making it go in a different direction.
Mm. Um.
Do we think this boat could outrun Calatharis or no?
Oh, it
Depends
could.
how fast you can paddle.
Yeah, it could. We could certainly get his attention and kind of draw him away. That might be worth it. That might be worth a shout.
I think it's really our
drops-
only option because we can't fight this thing.
No, God,
We
no,
don't have all
no.
the gems. We don't have all the Pokeballs to catch this thing. So we need to
Yeah,
make
like
it
maybe
leave these people alone.
drop someone with the cart. I can't remember where we left the cart. I assume we left it in front of one of the temples.
Yeah, you left
We
it
would probably have like
outside.
brought it down.
You actually
Okay.
left it just outside of the ruins.
Okay,
Um,
the tomb? Question mark or the temple?
The temple, I
outs-
thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we if Adriel's getting his people into the tomb, then the 3 of us get the boat and kind of try and lead him away, and then Adriel can kind of go after us with the cart when it's time when it's clearer.
I think we should split
Maybe.
into groups of 2
Okay.
because if he's going to come back in the cart, somebody should be with him, just in case
Okay,
he runs into trouble.
Okay. Maybe like Way go with Adriel then, and the 2 of us go with the boat.
Okay.
It works for me.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. Let's get on the boat.
So,
Yeah.
you guys make your plans. At this
Mhm.
point, pretty much everyone has made it into the tomb area. Adriel's done a really good job of keeping them calm. They're listening to him. They're going to where they need to go. People look scared though, but there's a lot of like, Gorm will save us. And when you head back outside, the creature is closer. It is flying towards you, and its giant wings sort of flap. And
It's fucking flying.
I was just
Oh,
about to
yeah.
say, it flies now.
Oh, it flies.
Right.
Have I shown you a picture?
Yeah, it's a good
No,
thing.
we've never seen. I don't think we've seen it close up.
I don't
at
think
all.
so. It was described as like wading across the sands the last time we saw it.
I did have the spyglass at the time, right? Or did I?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Jeez.
It's like a giant Ifriti, right? Oh no.
Freak
Dead
dragon thing. Yeah, that's horrible. Okay. Yeah, I
Um,
suggest you get the boat going at an angle away, and like I'll Eldritch Blast to try and get his attention, and hopefully lead him this way. Lead him away from all the people.
Yeah, I guess that's what we do.
Okay, so we have Magnus and Lunara are in the boat, and Way and Adriel are in the wagon.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah, yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and so are you guys kind of all all heading in different directions? The two all heading, are the two groups going in different directions, or are the two groups kind of going the same way?
I'm trying to think because there was another city that we needed to go to relatively nearby here, wasn't there? Because we had we saw the direction marker thing that had fallen down, that pointed towards another place we wanted to go to.
You did see the direction marker that had fallen down, yes, and it pointed towards um uh the city of Pizar.
Pazar. I'm pretty sure Pazar was one of our hit list of places to potentially go to.
It
Sounds
was.
bizarre.
I think that's maybe where we try and aim to get to. Pull Calatharius away from here, try and lose him in the desert.
But do we
And
even
then
know
meet
he's
up
going to
and-
follow us? Like, is he coming?
I mean, if I shoot at him, hopefully he will.
Okay, you're gonna
I was gonna say we're gonna find a way to make him follow us,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I think the plan though is that the people in the boat try to get its attention
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the boat is untiring and the boat
Yeah.
theoretically is faster than the cart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
Okay.
We try and we go off in a different direction in the desert just to get him to follow, and then we kind of cut around and meet up at Pazar if we can.
All right. Let's go.
Obviously,
Okay.
maybe communication done through message if we're apart from each other, because obviously I've got that. So
Awesome. So you guys sort of have your plan, and Adriel and Wei, you guys hop in the cart, and you start booking it for Pazar. You start booking it for Pazar through the sort of bumpy roads and off into the desert. As you leave, you see the creature sort of turn its head and watch you go, and it seems to sort of speed up for a second, and you think that maybe it might be coming for you. Lunara and Magnus, you guys hop in your boat and start trying to distract the creature. And Lunara, you're going to get close enough and try and shoot it with your Eldritch Blast?
yeah, I'm gonna just Eldritch Blast it. Just keep firing at it. I don't even care if I hit or miss. I'm just trying to get its attention.
Drawing its attention.
Mhm.
Interesting. What's the range on your Eldritch Blast?
EB is 120. And I'd say to maybe try and keep around 100 to 120 feet away from him.
You get his attention.
Oh, good. That's probably going to go
That's-
badly.
That's for sure. And when he sort of like, you hear like a laugh coming from him, as you strike at him with one of your Eldritch Blasts that hits, and he sort of says, "Pathetic, pathetic," and his hand is all of a sudden on fire, and he's drawing back to throw a giant fireball towards you guys. Who's driving the boat?
Magnus is. But I will say, when he says pathetic, Magnus probably shouts back, "It's not what your mom said last night."
Oh, yeah.
Magnus, while you're feeling so confident, why don't you go ahead and roll me a... Actually, you can use your land vehicle proficiency.
What skill would that fall under, do you figure? It asks for an attribute.
Make a case for me. I
Let's
was
see, what's
thinking
my
dex,
highest
too.
skill? I mean, wisdom, because I mean, it takes a little bit of know-how, technical know-how.
Yeah,
to
you're
catch
trying
the
to like
wind best.
Yeah.
I'd buy that. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Roll a wisdom check using your land vehicle proficiency.
Nice. Good roll.
Nice. Okay, so you are able to maneuver the boat in such a manner that the fireball goes over your heads. You can feel it like singeing you. Like just the little singes like the top of your head a little bit. Got some curly hairs up there now. But you don't get hit by that blast. The heat is unbelievable. But you have definitely attracted his attention, and you see him flying towards you. His great wings, they're like beating, and you can just hear like that sound, that wing sound as he comes flying towards you quite rapidly.
All right. Well,
Okay,
we're maybe
so-
not going to be able to make a direct run to
No.
Bizarre or Pizarre. We might have to just take whichever route the wind is going and go on a run.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. We are going to dip back to Wei and Adriel. As you guys are, who's driving the cart? Let's start there.
Me?
Okay.
Wei's driving. Okay.
I mean, does Adriel want to do it
No,
instead?
that's fine if you want to drive.
Uh,
I would
All right.
probably
put it-
because Adriel's better. Well, Adriel, I could probably handle the animals a little better because my strength is a little higher,
yeah, go for it.
and it's better because Adriel would know the terrain, so he can GPS me the whole time.
GPS you.
Google Maps me.
Google Map. All right, so Wei is occupied with driving the vehicle. Adriel, what are you doing?
I'll be looking out towards the monster and Lunara and Magnus to see if they're okay. Like if I could see that far, or just trying to look in that general location. If I could,
Yeah,
'cause
so
they're
you
supposed to be
actually
coming
see.
towards us. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, yeah. So you would actually be able to see like Lunara hit. You see them gain the creature's attention, and then you see that fireball go flying over their heads. You see all of that happen.
And do I notice that they're not coming towards us? Like I would.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you would see
So-
that. At first, it looks like the boat sort of veered away to dodge the fireball, which it did.
Yeah.
But then you see that they're kind of heading in a different direction.
I would tell that to Wei. Like, it doesn't seem like they're coming this way. We can't leave them alone to fight this thing.
Well, they're not really fighting them. Fighting it is, are they, Adriel? We're gonna meet up at Pizarre.
Doesn't look like they're coming this way. Something
I'm
must
gonna
be
look
wrong.
back. I'm gonna look back and it's up to you, AJ. You're the god here.
Oh god.
Mr. Goal.
I think we should stick with them.
Don't be like, obviously you can't hear me saying this, but don't be too fucking close. Like,
Yeah,
if
no,
you're
yeah.
a more tempting target than we are.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I just want to at least be able to, so you're not out of eyesight.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
so
I'll turn that bitch around. Pull in reverse.
okay,
Mhm.
so you start to maneuver the vehicle, trying to keep the boat within line of sight. Let's get an animal handling check from you, please, Wei, as you try and coax your camel into moving closer towards this terrifying creature.
All right. +2. Big money. Oh, it's a 12.
A 12. Is that enough? I think it is actually, because you're still quite far away. The creatures are hesitant. They're skittish. They're the creatures. The camel. It's one camel. He's skittish. He's sort of not, slowing down a little bit, but you are able to sort of coax it into moving into the direction that you want. Back on the boat, which direction are you guys headed? Are you headed like directly away from Pizarre? Are you sort of headed like off on an angle?
I think it
feel like probably off at an
100%
angle.
depends on where the wind is going, because I'm
Yeah,
just going to put
yeah,
us
we're
on
trying
a
to get
beam
the wind
reach
behind
and
us, yeah.
just get
Oh,
as
I
much
see.
speed as can.
roll a d8, see which way the wind is blowing.
At this point, Magnus probably turns to Lunar and goes, hindsight being what it is, we probably should have just given the other two whatever gems we had and told them, go get the rest of the gems while we run.
Yeah, that might have been an idea.
So you guys would see the wagon sort of like turning and sort of keeping within eyesight of you guys. The wind is blowing sort of like 90 degrees pretty much to the direction that you want to go in, unfortunately. So you're just doing what you can to go as fast as you can, and it seems to be working. You seem to be, if not outpacing the creature, at least as fast as the creature.
Okay.
Let's scan the horizon and see if there's anything else we can get to capture its attention. Like, are there any
Okay.
other structures on the horizon that we can make our way towards? Maybe he'll get distracted and smash that for a bit.
You don't see any other structures. This is a fairly rocky region. So there are some like rock outcroppings out and around. So you could potentially sort of get in behind there, hide in, so get yourselves lost in between all these rocky crags. That would definitely be an option.
We're going to try and Beggars Canyon this guy?
Worth a shot.
I mean, I'm
Is
all
that-
for it. Weaving
Okay,
this
so-
boat through some tall canyons and try and lose them.
Mm.
Worst thing that
All right.
happens is I smash the boat into the side of a wall. Let's do it.
So let's get another land vehicles check from you then, please.
Ooh, okay. I have a thing I could potentially do to help us.
Good. Keep it at the ready because I might need it.
Yep. It won't
Oof.
it'll help us when we're a bit closer to the canyon. Could cause him
Okay.
some bad times.
So you see the canyon and you start steering yourselves over in that direction. You scrape the bottom of the hull against one of the rocks, but it's not enough to toss it out. You're okay so far. Lunara, what are you doing?
How far away is he from us roughly now?
Oh, excuse me. Probably like 120 feet, give or take.
Okay. I have a thing I can do if he gets close enough to us, but it's also a little uncomfortably close. So I'm probably just
So Magnus can choose to keep at the pace that he is going, which would keep you about the equidistant apart. Or he can also, because he's driving, obviously, slow down to allow the creature to catch up.
sure. Like if he gets within 60, I could basically put darkness on him and just completely make him lose track of us.
Do you have any way to kick up? Oh man, I kind of wish we had Adriel. Do you have any way of kicking up some dust? Make a little dust storm behind us?
I do not. No, I don't really. It's not really within my wheelhouse of abilities, I'm afraid.
Nor is it mine.
Okay, so while you guys are planning, I'm going to head on over to the wagon group. So Chang, Wei, and Adriel, you see the boat all of a sudden take a turn and start heading towards the canyon. I think it's probably pretty obvious what the tactic is here. Get behind the rocks and hide. What do you guys do?
Way, any suggestions?
Hide?
I mean, we're far enough away. We're trying to just stay parallel to them. They take a turn. I don't know. I see what they're trying to do. I guess lose them. So, is there a way we can go to the other side of the canyon? I get a view of the other side to see if they come out. Are they too far?
Go to the other end of the canyon,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll start
You
heading
can-
that way. That's where I'll suggest to a way to start heading that way.
No?
But still being
Fly?
far enough away where if they do come out, we're not like right there to be attacked by the guy or the monster.
Okay, sounds good. Wei, you're amenable to that?
Yep.
Alrighty.
As long as our camel doesn't get eaten.
We'll try not to get that happening.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, FYI, I might have to just like dip out really quickly. My dog sitter is going to be bringing the dog back at some point.
Sure, no problem.
I don't know when, but so if I disappear, that's what's going on. Yeah, so Wei, let's get another animal handling check from you, please, as you. Oh no, I guess you're just driving at this point, so we need a land. Do you have land vehicle proficiency?
No.
Okay. So let's make a dex check to steer the animals through to the canyon.
Like
Alright,
maybe with
that's fair.
proficiency for animal handling if you have it, or
Yeah, that's a
Well,
good point. Yes.
although I don't think you have proficiency in animal handling, do you?
Nope.
Looking at your rolls, yeah. Okay.
So just so just my dex then.
Just your dex, yes, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
You get the camel going, and the wagon is just veering. It's teetering left and right. And Adriel, you've got to sort of like really hang on as this wagon goes careening through in between rocks. Somehow, Wei manages to keep it upright and keep the camel on track. And you make some really good time as you get across and you're making your way to the other side of the canyon so that you can see what is going on with the boat. Adriel, while he is driving, what are you doing?
I'm just keeping an eye out towards Lenara.
Okay, can I have a perception check from you, please, Adriel?
5. There's a lot of
Dear.
sand being kicked up in the air, I guess.
Yeah, there is the demons, the creatures' wings are kicking up a lot of sand for starters. Secondly, the wagon that you guys are on is kicking up a lot of dust, so it's hard to sort of see beyond it. And that's all I can say about that. Let's head back to our friends in the boat.
All right, Lunara, I've got the rough outline of a plan, and I'm going to shoot
Okay.
this by you. Send
Yep.
Quoth out, find us a nice switchback in the
Okay.
canyon. And then I'll take it around the corner quickly. And as we round the corner, you cast darkness in that corner so he can't
Okay.
see. And we'll switch back
Yep.
behind him, and hopefully he'll either keep going, looking for us further down the canyon, or he'll crash into a wall.
Okay.
Sound
Yep.
sound half
That
decent?
that is as good a plan as any. I'm good for that. Okay. Yep. I
Okay.
send Quoth out to try and find us a
Okay,
switchback.
Let's get a perception check from Quoth, please.
Okay. Perception is +3. Normal. Please don't fuck this up. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. You see a switchback up ahead. It's not too far up ahead. It looks about right.
Okay.
Let's get another vehicle check, please, from Magnus as you try to do this maneuver. I'm gonna call this a DC 15 to dive through the switchback and try and have the darkness cast at the same time. So let's get your roll, please.
I am going to use my inspiration for advantage on this,
Good shout.
choice.
because I need this to work.
Yeah, we need this. We need this to work. We definitely do.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
didn't need it. Got it anyway.
All right. Expertly, Magnus. You've been training your life for this, it seems. You are able to. You just take like a hard right, and you're really getting the hang of this boat now. It's starting to feel like driving a chariot, and you're able to sort of just dip to the side suddenly, and the creature is hot on your tail. Lunar, you're going to try and cast darkness on the creature.
Yeah, I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to put darkness where instructed, so that I can see through it as well, so I can see whether or not it's effective.
Okay. And darkness has to be cast on a point you can see, right? It's not on a creature.
Let me post it. There you go.
Well,
No,
he's
sorry, wrong one.
gigantic.
That one.
Would that count? Even though he's
Point you can see, 15-foot
ginormous.
radius sphere.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm saying Calatharius is absolutely ginormous. He'd be considered an object now.
Yeah.
He's a creature.
I guess I could like grab something from the boat and like throw it out to be to be darkened, because it needs to be an object. It's a
So
point
I mean,
choose.
you could certainly cast it on a rock, or I
Yeah.
mean, there's you can cast it on a point in the canyon. That's easy
Okay.
enough.
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. So you just as Magnus pulls the boat this hard right, you cast darkness, and let me see.
If it helps, I have darkness as well. So if it would create overlap, we can each cast it on like opposite walls.
Yeah,
of the
like a big
canyon
area.
to kind of fill the whole thing. Because it's not huge. It's only like what, a 15-foot radius sphere.
15 foot. Yeah, 15-foot sphere. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Let me guess. He's got true vision.
It doesn't even seem to. He doesn't even seem to notice the darkness.
Fuck's sake. Oh well.
Well, this will be a problem because we are basically just like we let him close the distance quite a bit there, so we're gonna have to figure out what to do now.
How close is he to us now? I guess he's probably quite close since we've just done the.
Yeah. Probably 60 feet.
60 feet from us.
And I'm gonna go back to the other group while you guys have a think. Way and Adriel, you guys make it to the other side of the canyon just in time to see this ploy that Lunara and Magnus seem to have come up with. And for a second, you think, yes! And then the creature flies through the darkness like it's nothing, and you realize that things are not going well for your friends. What would you guys like to do?
I think we need to go towards them. I tell Way we need to help them. We'll get into. Let me see. What's my? Oops. Like we'll stay a good 150 feet behind the creature, I guess. But yeah, that's what I asked Way. Let's get up to about 150 feet behind the creature.
150.
I mean, they look like they're in trouble because the creature looks like it's catching up to them, right?
Does.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be in trouble, so they're not going to be able to take this thing on by themselves. We should hurry.
All right.
Okay.
I'll redirect.
Okay, so you redirect again. Let's get another check from you, please.
As I cast mage armor on myself. Wait, I still have it on, right? Has it been over 8 hours since? I think so, yeah. Because it's the party and all that other stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it has been. So you're recasting mage armor as Way hits a rock.
Yeah.
God,
and
keep the thing steady.
Not my fault.
I'm gonna actually Way, give me a d20 roll, please. I want to see how bad this is.
Okay.
Don't roll a 1, or you lose your wheel.
Oh my God.
14.
14, nice. Okay. So it's not so bad. It's a bump. It sort of throws you, and you're not able to catch up to the creature. But nothing worse happens. Adriel, oh, you used your action to cast Mage Armor. Okay, so we're back to the people. I feel like we need like some combat music here. Hang on.
Something dramatic.
Yeah.
Dramatic, sure, not combat. I don't want to fight this
Mhm.
thing.
No.
All right, so back to Magnus and Lunara, who are 60 feet away from this terrifying, massive creature. He has a mace that he hasn't even bothered to pull out of his of the sort of holster on his belt, and he's flying towards you, and you can see like he seems to be enjoying the chase. It's almost like
he is.
a cat, you know, running after its prey.
You don't happen to have any like scrolls of banishment on you, do you?
Oh, I wish. What do I have in the way of scrolls? Scroll.
I'm just picturing that scene in an anime where a character's tearing
Yeah.
through their pack trying to find something.
Yeah. I have Purify Food and Water, Knock, and Misty Step.
Knock's come in very handy, but I don't think it's
It
going to work
has.
for you this time.
Not going to help here. No.
I mean, a Misty Step could save your ass at some point in this. We'll see.
I mean, I've got that spell prepared anyway, so I don't actually really need it as a scroll. It's just an extra thing I can do. Like I could try to use a spell and maybe make him afraid of us. But I don't know how effective that's going to be if he's got any kind of immunities or any kind of legendary resistances.
Yeah, I mean, the only other choice I think we have is to try and lose him the old-fashioned way in the canyon, and I don't have a ton of faith in that.
No. Should I try that plan then?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess we'll do both. You can try and make him afraid of us,
Okay.
and we'll try and lose him.
Okay. I guess I'm going to try that then. Lunara, obviously, we're about 60 feet away. Lunara's going to try Cause Fear. I doubt it's going to do much, but let's see what happens. So, is there any... Oh, higher level is more creatures. Okay. Just one. Make me a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of me.
I'm rolling this in secret because I don't want you to know what his modifiers are, but I promise I'm
Okay.
not lying to you about the results.
Yep, no, I expect you not to. It's fine.
Just because
It's only
he's
plus 15. It's fine.
I just yeah. Anyway, so he succeeds.
I am going to Silvery Barbs that because he's also within 60 feet of me. Make him do that
Okay.
again, and I'm going to give Magnus advantage on the next d20 that he takes.
Cool.
Christ. I'll take that.
He still succeeds.
That is fine. I've given Magnus advantage. This is fine by me. And I've used my 1 a day Silvery Barbs. Take that down. Well, it's not receding. I tried. Let's get out of here as best we can, I guess.
Okay,
Right.
Magnus,
Old-fashioned
what's your
way it is.
strategy?
Mm-hmm.
I think the strategy is just take as many turns and try and lose him in this maze of canyon if possible.
Okay, go for it.
Is it possible to guide myself?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yes. I'm gonna take guidance on this then.
Advantage and guidance. That's pretty sweet.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Mm.
Silvery Barbs came in clutch.
Yeah.
There is still the 1d4. Hold on a second here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, 28.
I mean, Magnus, tell us what kind of maneuver you pull here.
I'm gonna say hold on to something, and we're gonna
Oh,
just
yeah.
like left, right, left, and then we'll go around one. But I'm taking the turn so quick that the boat kind of goes almost upside down as we
Awesome.
cut all the way around one of those big stone pillars and try and cut back behind Calatharis.
The Magnus.
Okay.
The Magnus maneuver.
Yeah.
pretty
Magnus
much.
maneuver. So the perfect timing. Let's cut back to Wei and Adriel. The creature seems to have uh, slowed. He doesn't seem to be able to keep up with all these twists and turns. He's very, very big. And Magnus is using the nimbleness of the boat to the fullest of advantages. And the creature has to slow down in order to make some of these tight turns and has to kind of fly wider and around in order to make the same kind of maneuvers. And so Magnus has really increased the distance between them. Way and Adriel, what are you guys doing? You're heading currently towards the creature. Are you going to try and grab its attention?
Again, I look away. What do you want to do?
They look to be doing pretty fine right now. I'd say we just stay parallel
Yeah, okay. We'll do that.
in case they need a quick getaway.
Okay. Way, let's get a. Well, before you do your check, Adriel, is there anything you would like to do? If you want, you can use your action to sort of spot for Way as he's maneuvering through this canyon, which will give him advantage on his check.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can do another action, obviously.
Because they're how far would they be from us? They're quick.
How close do you want to get to the creature?
Well, I
guess
know
is the
in his
question.
last check we hit a bump, so we didn't get any closer. I was gonna say no more than 150 feet from the creature, but I think maybe 200 feet.
Yeah, okay. So I think I agree with you there. You're probably about 200 feet away, so you could get a little bit closer if you wanted.
Yeah, so I'll just spot Way as we move closer, because now I see Lunara and Magnus. They are behind the creature now, right?
Yeah, Magnus, how did you do that? Did you sort of end up zipping down and behind him?
Yeah, I think we lost him in a couple corners, and then I took another route to kind of swing in behind him to hopefully
Gotcha.
be going in the opposite direction.
Okay, so you're going in the opposite direction of him. So then I would see you guys coming towards us in a sense, right? If I'm imagining this correctly.
Probably, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so then I would say, oh, they're coming. Let's head back to the city, but we'll keep an eye on them. To the city we're supposed to go to originally. I forget what it's called.
Pazar.
Pazar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Adriel, you keep an eye out. You are able to help sort of spot for like rocks and things that are coming up, and that's going to give Way advantage on this check. So, Way, why don't you go ahead and give me a roll?
Nice. Really well both times.
Nice.
Yeah, you get the camel going, and the camel's kind of like fueled by the fear of this creature, and is just flat out running as fast as it can. And you're able to sort of keep it in control and keep things maneuvering. And then with Adriel sort of pointing out these areas to you, you can really focus on the animal and keeping it in check. And you guys are headed right back to Pazar, or to Pazar, I guess. You haven't been there yet, so you can't go back. And you see that the creature is starting to slow down and kind of look around. He seems to have lost sight of Lunara and Magnus. So back to the boat crew. Probably one more good roll will get you away from the creature, or obviously if there's something else you want to do, you can do that.
I'm not sure. Like we can get away from him, but I'm afraid of him just following us. So I think.
Well,
my
if we get
suggestion is
far
we
enough
land it
away-
and hide. But I'm open
yeah.
to.
I mean, if we can
ideas.
find a good outcropping, we could maybe find somewhere to, or a hollow or a cave or something. We could potentially get away from him.
Lunara, do you want to
Obviously-
look for that with your action, and then Magnus
Yeah.
can use his action to steer the boat?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, let's
So I'll
get
do a
a
perception roll.
check. Yeah.
Should I use my inspiration for this? I think I probably will, just to be on the safe side. It's my inspiration to get advantage on this one. Oof. 12. Fuck me. I don't know what. Oh, I probably didn't have guidance on that. So, wow, that's a bad roll with +8.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that well, how hard is it to spot an outcrop or a cave? Probably not that hard. It's probably an easy task. So a 10 is probably a success. So I'm going to say that you are successful there.
You are
I mean,
a
it's
generous
spotting
overlord.
a cave.
Thank you.
Well, it's spotting a cave. It's not like it's spotting a
Okay.
mote of dust from 400 feet away.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you see a small. It's not a great cave. That's what you get for a 12.
Sure.
But it looks like there's room sort of for the boat at least. But it's going to take a really good roll from Magnus to get it in there if he goes quickly. If he chooses to go more slowly, it will be an easier roll, but there's more chance of Calitharis seeing you.
Great, yeah. Put all the pressure on Magnus. It's fine.
Yep. It's Lunar's fault for the shitty cave find.
Yeah. Sorry, I found you the best one I could.
Yeah, no, I mean, beggars can't be choosers. You know, Magnus is a risk taker. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a chariot racer. So he's going to go quick. Hope for a
Okay.
good roll to get the boat in there without screwing it up.
Deja Vu starts playing.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dum.
Magnus, you are on fire today. Lunara, no sooner does she point out this little cave, and you just slide the boat right on in there. It's perfect. The boat just fits, and you manage to dock it perfectly in this little cave. And there's just sort of like this moment where you there's wind blowing in your hair, there's sand blowing everywhere, and you haul it around, and you're just sitting, the two of you, quiet in this cave, and all you can hear is the beating of the creature's wings as it goes past you. And the music has ended in perfect time, and you are safe. Way and Adriel, you see them duck into this cave, and you see the creature search for them for not very long. He doesn't seem overly interested. It was probably more the thrill of the hunt than anything else. And he seems to, he looks around for a few minutes and then seems to be ready to go on his way. Before that, though, what would you two like to do? Is there anything you want to do, or are you going to kind of do the same thing and just hunker down and wait for him to go?
Yeah, I think that's what I would suggest. Let's hunker down and wait.
Yeah, it's good to wait now. Now that he's not interested anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get his attention.
Okay.
Also, I realized I have this on my voice mod.
Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street and I know it's
Amazing. So Calitharis flies off. He seems to have forgotten or lost interest in the temple because he doesn't head that way. He goes in a different direction. And you do notice that there are some other creatures flying with him. You can't quite make out what they are, but it seems as though he is not traveling entirely alone at this point. And he heads off deep into the desert. You wait for him to pass out of eyesight, and then the group of you meet up.
On the trip back to Way and Adriel, Magnus probably goes, remind me the next time we're in town to get my goggles, my racing goggles, because honestly, so much dirt in my eyes right now.
Yep, worth it. Definitely do that. Good work, man. That was really cool.
Everybody gets lucky once in a while. Let's not do that again.
No.
Okay, and you meet up with Adriel and Wei. And I take it you guys are just going to start heading to Pazar.
Yeah.
Just being a dick, Magnus probably looks at Wave like, so did you get the next gem?
Not yet. I'll get back to you on that.
And this is probably a good point for us to take our break. So why don't we take 10 minutes here, and
Sounds
and then we will continue on. So yeah, see you guys in 10.
Yeah,
Sounds
see you in a
good.
little bit.
we are back, and we are getting away from Calitharis, or Calitharis has left and
Yep.
seems to be flying off to wreak havoc somewhere else.
Hmm.
You kind of have that moment after he's gone of like, how the heck are we gonna stop this guy? And
Yeah.
let's just hope that these gems do what they're supposed to do, but you don't even really know how to use them at this point.
No.
So there's definitely, I imagine, some concern. And yes.
Yeah. Lunara's like once we're free and like no longer and she's no longer having to white knuckle the rail, she'll be like frantically scribbling notes of what she gathered from his appearance and his biology and just everything she can remember from that encounter to just so we've got something to use in future.
Please give me call it a history check. Give me a history check,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Normal, no bonuses. History. 23. How would you like that?
Nice. Linara, you think you figured out what he is.
Okay.
You think he's a pit fiend.
Oh boy.
So I will leave it up
Okay.
to you as to how much you know about, or Lunara knows about pit fiends.
I think that that will trigger in her mind, and then she will make her notes that whenever she can to do as much research about pit fiends as
pitch
possible.
fiends.
Pitch fiends, yes.
Yeah. So you, based on what you've seen, and that might explain some of the
Yeah,
histories that you have read in the past.
sure. And some of the lack of effect of some of the stuff that we tried.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Once like
anyone-
I'll probably relay that to the group later on. I'm not going to relay it right now.
But so before we move things along here, is there anything that anyone wants to say or do before we kind of skip into travel?
I'm good.
Okay.
I also actually Lunara quizzes Magnus mentioned that he wishes he brought his goggles with him, and Lunara's kind of surprised that he hadn't, considering the realities of like sandstorms. Like, surely that's something you're going to bring with you.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that, but that would have required, thinking way further ahead than I did.
Fair.
I feel like Magnus
Plus,
is
if you just squint real hard, not as much sand gets in. It's fine.
Lunara kind
Speaking
of
of
puts
planning
her
ahead,
own
you guys got a good plan for that big red guy? Because so
Well-
far, I see the gems, I see the big red guy. I don't know how it goes together.
I think I know what he is. I have a good theory, and we may hopefully we'll find something that can make the difference in the near future.
Well, theory is better than nothing, I guess.
Mm.
No point worrying about it right now.
No. We can just try and get away from him at every opportunity.
So you guys travel along your way. Adriel, as the guide, can you please give me a survival check to see how well you are able to navigate towards Pazar?
Woohoo! I'm good at these. 5.
Fantastic. You get a little off track. You get quite a ways off track. So far off track that you notice something up ahead, and it's concerning because you've never heard of this thing. Well, you've heard of one, but you haven't heard of this one specifically. And now you're not really sure where you are at all because you never knew that this thing was here. And what this thing is an oasis.
Oh,
I love that
failed
band.
upwards. I probably don't.
Anyway,
Sure.
here's Wonderwall.
Yeah.
It's just this little spot, and it's sort of because of the way that the canyons and the rocks are here. You never would have found it otherwise.
Hmm.
And it's quite pretty. There's greenery here. Lots of sort of these strange palm tree-ish type trees. It looks exactly like this. I love this picture. It's exactly what I had in my head when I saw this. And there's creatures moving around here. There's quite a bit of life in this section of the desert. And Adriel, you thought you knew all the oases. Oases, thank you. But this is not one that you are familiar with. Seems to be a hidden one, a secret one.
It's
Fake,
beautiful.
if you will.
A secret one. You can see for fucking miles.
Yeah, I mean, I just have a big smile on my face because it's beautiful, and sorry.
Well, reasonable place to stop for the night, I guess.
Yes.
Go away.
No.
What?
Where
Is
did
that the
that voice
Oasis
come
that
from?
talks to us? What is that that talks to?
I'm going crazy.
You heard that, right?
Yeah.
I heard that. Which one of you said that?
Yeah, look around to see who said what. What was that?
Give me a perception check, please.
Because I'm also good at those. 17.
I also have a passive perception of 18.
Neither of you can see what it was. You don't see
Detect
anything around
magic?
that looks like it could talk. You put up detect magic, and you see nothing.
I say, show yourself.
Now go away. Sounds like it's coming from behind you, Seb.
I turn around.
Adriel,
Mm-hmm.
turn around. There's a tree.
Have I?
Hello, tree?
Yeah.
Is that?
I was gonna
Did
say,
you-
have I? Do I know about talking trees?
You tell me. Do you know about talking trees?
I guess I would have heard of them. Yeah, for sure. But I don't know much about them.
Talking to that you've heard about talking trees? Is the person on acid all the time?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Magnus is
And,
like looking behind the tree to see if there's something behind the tree.
Like there are tree ants and stuff like that I think people would have heard of.
Yeah, you know.
So I say again I say to the tree, we're not here to harm this beautiful oasis. We just come here to rest.
The tree moves.
Hmm.
Ooh. Never seen one of these things before.
Oh, wow.
I want you here.
Like,
No,
Magnus,
wait.
when it moves, Magnus probably just goes, Crikey!
I am Adriel, and these are my friends. Who might we have the pleasure?
I don't
of
care.
talking to? Hmm.
Sorry, what did you say, Adriel? I
I
cut you
just
off.
said,
there.
who do we have the pleasure of talking to? But no, it was perfect that he would cut me off. Yeah.
He did. He cut you off. He said, "I don't care."
What do you care about?
My home.
What did he say?
You're what, sorry?
My home.
And this
Oh.
entire oasis is your home?
Yes. So get out.
Is it just you?
Do you see anybody else here? Well, except for you guys, and you lot won't leave.
I don't know. There's plenty of other trees around. Oh, you had friends, girlfriend maybe, boyfriend, whatever.
I'm the only
Not judging.
one.
Well, wouldn't
I
you
mean-
like some company?
I'm the only one in the whole world.
Oh boy.
Wow, that must be lonely. It must be
Well-
incredibly lonely for you.
Clearly you're not, since we are here with you.
And you won't still go away.
Look, we just want to stop for the night, okay? In the morning, you'll never have to deal with us again. Just, like, let us, like, we can go as far away from you as you like, but we want to rest here.
All right, if you must. But don't make a mess. If you make a mess, you'll be sorry.
We do not plan on making any kind of mess. We will, leave nothing but footprints and take nothing but memories or whatever the fuck that shit was.
Right. So where do we go to toilet?
I mean, dig a hole, poop into a hole, dig a hole.
Tree.
Behind a tree that's not this guy.
Right, but he just said he doesn't want us dirtying up the place and all that
Don't
stuff.
don't question it. Don't question it.
What are you?
I mean, I've got a big dumper yet.
I ask him, what are you?
I don't know. I'm the only one. Don't really have a name except for my name.
Which is?
Crearis.
Crayola, all right.
And how did you get that name?
It was given to me by the person who made me.
Ah, I see.
Your
Who
mother
was
and
that?
father.
Just my father. I don't have a mum.
Oh, yes.
What was the name of your father?
Martek.
Ah, interesting. Tell me more about him. Lunara like slides up practically on her knees with her book out and a pen.
Yeah, who's that again?
He made the temple we just had to deal with.
All right, that cunt.
We've heard of him. No, I wouldn't say.
Everyone's heard of Dad.
He's a right swat, isn't he?
Can be.
Mm,
Do you know any idea how long ago he created you? Like that can't be recent.
Nope, not recent. Been here a really long time. I'm old and I'm crotchety.
I've never
This
guessed.
might be a
You seem-
stupid
you seem
question, but
perfectly
when was
lovely.
the last time you saw your dad?
I don't know, about 1,000 years ago.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I'm going to bed, and
Hmm.
Magnus climbs back into the boat and just lays down on the bottom of the boat.
It's quite comfortable. It sort of like floats gently, bobs up and down.
So all we know about his father is that he created that temple.
Yeah, he was a very powerful wizard. He was consulted on for the traps and the bullshit in that temple.
He
Got a
made the
creepy
star
book that
gems.
Lunara has.
He made the star gems. There you
Okay.
go. Yep. He did what? Sorry.
I could say,
The
I made
creepy
that
book.
creepy book that you've got too.
Yes. True. Yes. Hmm.
Well, I look at Lenara and I kind of whisper, should we ask him if he knows about any star gems?
Yeah. Okay. That's worth a shout. Feel free to.
I say, we are in fact looking for something your father made.
How are you now?
They are called
Several
star-
somethings he made.
Yeah, several. They are called star gems. Do you know of them?
Oh. You're the heroes. Don't look like much.
A what?
Magnus just from the boat calls out, "Heroes is a stretch."
Looks can be
If you-
deceiving.
If you're the ones
Begrudging
looking for the star
saviors.
gems. Dad saw it. He saw the future. He knew what was going to happen.
Do you mind telling us what is going to happen?
Well, you're the one that did it, didn't you? You freed him.
Will I ever find love?
I don't see the future. But I'm guessing no, because you stink.
I've had enough. I've had enough of this attitude. I'm going over here. I'm going to join Magnus in the boat. Cheeky little bastard that is.
Now, Quoth, I know you heard him say that, but I need you to try not to quote that at random occasions when Wei is nearby. Okay, that will hurt his feelings. Okay, try not to do that. Don't be mean. Quoth gives Lunara a look of like, I can make no promises. So anyway, yes, we're trying to reunite all the Star Gems because we did a little fucky wucky, to put it mildly. Did he tell you anything about like what we need to do, where we need to go, anything that can help us?
You gotta free her next, right?
Her?
Yeah. Oh, you haven't done that bit yet. Huh. Interesting.
We've literally just returned Amun-Re to his temple / to the afterlife.
Oh, well, you better hurry up and free her, otherwise he's just gonna go roaming around and creating all kinds of havoc all on his own.
Oh, is her the creature that can fight that can fight Catharius? Is that the thing I remember? And she's in another one of the Star Gems? Do you know which?
Nope. Dad never told me.
Okay.
I just know you gotta free her.
Yes, that is definitely on our list of things to do because holy fuck, he's awful.
You think I'm bad? You're not gonna like her.
I'm sure we can manage. Okay. Do you know where we should look for some of the Star Gems? Like we've got 2 now? Question mark. DM, I think we've got 2, haven't we?
I do, Dad.
You do have 2.
Dad told me where to look.
Oh. I would like to know, please.
No.
If you don't tell us, we're not gonna leave.
Yeah, true. We can stay until you talk.
And I'll keep staying here, sticking up the place, you little bastard.
You'd be surprised at how many places he can poop.
All right. There's one in Peshar. There's one in the crypt. And one in the Sky Sea.
Where's the crypt?
God, where's the Sky Sea? What the hell's a Sky Sea?
Where's
I was going to get to that bit. I was going to get to the bits. I know where Pazar is because we're kind of trying to head that way anyway. I was going with the bits that are easier to fit with my head. Let's start with the crypt. I know where crypts are. Where's this one?
The crypt of Badar al-Mosque. Mossack, I think.
Could you put that in chat for me?
I could, yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you. Crypt of Badar al-Mossack. Okay. I think I'm sure we've heard that name somewhere.
And then the Sky Sea.
And where or what is the Sky Sea?
He points up.
Yeah, I guess I walked into that. How do we get to the Sky Sea?
You have a floating boat. Think about it.
Yeah, I walked
Think
into that,
really hard.
I walked into that, didn't I? Yeah.
You really did.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Anywhere
And
in
is
particular in the Sky Sea? Because that Sky Sea is fucking huge.
Oh, don't worry. You'll figure it out.
People keep telling me that.
I'm
Yeah.
not supposed to give you all the answers, otherwise you know all the answers. And it has
Fair.
to unfold the way that it unfolds.
What, with all of us lying 6 feet underground?
Maybe.
Ah, no, Dad won't let that happen.
So, is that the only ones we need to find then? Just 3 more?
There are 5 star gems.
Then
So
yeah,
yes,
3 more.
if
Fair.
two.
Okay. I didn't remember the numbers, so okay.
Believe it or not, we
Okay,
don't
fair.
have to be good at math to be good at defeating demons and monsters.
Lenara isn't amazing at numbers, so yeah. Let me search for that name in my notes. Badr? No?
I think you were given the name when you spoke to Magnus's mentor.
Okay. It's not a name that I'd written down in like
No,
I
I
just
think
did a control F for the name and I clearly didn't write it down.
it was mentioned in passing, which is why it's ringing a bell. But yeah,
Yeah, okay. One in the Sky Sea. i.e. upwards. Thankfully. Okay. Any idea what we're going to have to do at Pazar to get it? Like just little tiny hints of what we can expect. I'm obviously not asking you to solve the problem for us.
Why should I tell you?
Because it will prevent my friend over here from pooping everywhere.
Yeah, I've got a big one. Load it up for you.
He's been brewing one for ages. We saw Calatharis recently. You should see how much shit that's get into him.
give me a persuasion with advantage.
I haven't had any fiber for the last week.
Strict protein diet.
This one's going to be stinky. Real stinker.
Okay, we are going to the 70.
You need to go inside the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a cave.
So that's Pazar. Was that?
Mhm.
There's also a cave. That's very cryptic, but I guess thank you. That's okay. Thanks. We'll. I can't think of any other questions, but we'll try not to disturb you too much.
Oh, and there's tests.
There's tests. Oh, good.
Oh, is this? Hey, your dad didn't leave anything behind for the heroes, right?
Yeah, 5 star gems.
That's good.
Yeah,
This
but like
might be my
anything more
favorite.
useful, maybe?
I guess we'll find out when we get there.
There's a weapon.
Oh, weapon, you say?
Yeah, you need the star gems to get it.
Okay.
Magnus, when he says that, just goes, fucking of course we do, and just rolls over.
Okay.
Didn't want anyone getting the
Ugh.
weapon who wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That all tracks. Okay, thank you. Well, as I said, Lunara will turn in for the night, or well, we'll make herself comfortable in the boat. She's probably like before we actually go to sleep, she's gonna have a look at give the book a look over.
The book.
Yes. The
Okay.
yeah, the horrible the book of
Book
Librum
horrible
of
things.
Ineffable Damnation. Yep.
Yes.
Give that a
Can
glance over with.
I can I send you information on that in between sessions?
Yes, of course. Happy for you to do that if you need to. Yeah. She was.
Yeah,
I was
I'm-
just going to look it over with like detect magic first, and then if she feels like it's safe to try, then she'll start reading it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any magic on it. I'll have a look.
Sure.
It's
Okay.
it's a fairly complicated one, so I'll
Okay,
look at it
that's
between
absolutely
sessions and I'll
fine.
send you the info.
Okay.
So I don't want
Picturing
to.
you
I don't
start
want
a
to scare
next
you.
session being straight up Evil Dead as you open the book and start reading aloud from it.
I mean, I was semi expecting like a trap rune or something on the second page, and just Lunara's dead now. But-
What is that? The Order of the Stick. I prepared wording runes today. Okay, so you guys spend the night at the Oasis. Weirdly, this little man who wants you to go away so badly, kind of hangs out near you all night,
Okay.
making snide comments. Kind of annoying. You get the feeling he's pretty lonely.
Yeah.
Obviously he won't admit it. So he kind of makes
Yeah.
snide comments at you all night, and stands far enough away and continuously tells you to leave. But you have a peaceful night here. The
Yay.
place feels safe. It's just kind of got that like vibe where you feel good in it. And everyone gains a point of inspiration for spending the night here.
Oh, yay. Inspiration. Thank you. Glad I used the one you gave us previously.
I wish you would continue to use them so that I can award more.
Oh, I will happily do so.
Awesome.
So we get the long rest?
You get the long rest, absolutely, yes.
Yay. Okay.
And excuse me. And I think I'm gonna have to call it here, guys. I'm sorry, I'm starting to nod.
That's a good spot to end.
That is A-okay.
But next week for sure, Z's.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. We're good. I'm good for next week.
And yeah, so that will. Oh, I have to update the to-do page. You have done both of those things. You found out what Calatharis is doing. He's just flying around the desert making trouble. And you
Yep.
also have the star gem. So I will update our to-do list here.
He's disrespecting his surroundings. Is basically what he's doing.
We just need to hope that he wanders far enough out of the desert to draw the attention of everybody in like Waterdeep, and they'll just
That
smite
would be
him
good,
back
yeah.
to oblivion.
Activate the statues and take care of him.
I mean, we just need the Blackstaff to show up and be like, I don't like you here anymore. Goodbye.
No,
There
delete.
you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for playing today, guys. It was nice to get back into this campaign. I've missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very
I
much.
missed playing with you guys too. That was very fun.
Have a good night's rest.
Yeah. Have a good rest. You've
I
definitely earned
think
it.
I will.
What a backer.
Thank you so much for staying for us.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good night, guys.
Thanks,
Have a good
guys.
one.
Enjoy
Good
your weekend,
night.
everybody.
Next week.
Yeah. Have a good
Yeah,
weekend. Bye.
next week.
Thank you for anyone who's watching, and join us next Saturday. Have a good day.